Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing the intro now. Not you, Tsunami. I know you're real excited to do that. I saw you prepare your Kunkka voice. We're back with Lotac versus EVOS Esports. The first game looking real good for Lotac. They picked an early pressure run-at-you lineup, and boy did they run at them. Buying back at every possible opportunity, pressuring as much as they can, ganking as much as they can, and it looked pretty good.
And the question is, will EVOS be able to learn anything from Game 1 and put it into their plan for Game 2? What's going on, guys? What are you doing?
He died.
He just died.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Oh, this wasn't supposed to happen.
Do we cut to break again?
I think we're...
No. I don't think we can, actually.
This is supposed to happen at the end of the broadcast.
Actually, yeah. He's alive. I saw his eyes.
Anyway,
open.
I'm gonna cast
I'm
gonna cast a battle res on him. So I'll go ahead and.
He's alive. He's not dead.
Yeah.
He just looked at us.
Okay. He's
he
back.
rehearsal because today he's gonna be the one who go into that guillotine.
So we have a draft.
Speaking of which, bts.com/twitch.tv, subscribe, and you can vote on which one of us to kill at the end of the broadcast.
Almost hit my
Yeah,
face.
we killed Xyclopzz yesterday. Actually, you guys killed Xyclopzz yesterday. I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
funny because then like his head was in the basket and then suddenly this hand like comes out of nowhere. Do you guys remember that?
One cannot get killed every day, 14 days in a row. So
that's
Didn't Lacoste? Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Did he die recently?
If
or
the subscribers
did
vote,
change
they
it?
have all the power. We think we're the kings, but they're the real kings. So anyway, I'm gonna use the power of Io. This was a joke that Blaze made. This
I
looks,
don't think
this
they
looks
can
like
see
Io.
it, guys.
Here it is. There it is.
It's
looks
I gotta
like
zoom in. Actually,
it's a ball.
There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna use the power of Io.
Okay.
Get us into the game.
Please don't break it.
There it is.
You still need some fiber, don't you?
I have been
Been
trying hard
It's all good.
to get it out, and it's not coming out. If you
First,
know, if you know what I
first
mean.
pick will be the most interesting thing in this one, and it can, yeah,
Ooh.
I like that. I like that.
Different
Yeah,
opening. I'm pretty sure EVOS after last game they won't just go for all the meta picks. Would love to see them go for comfort heroes as well.
Earthshaker, Silencers, the classic counter. If you still think that hero is good, breaks up the initiation of Earthshaker. Really, the Echo is not that scary if he's not following up with his
Teammates.
Well, yeah, the teammates for sure, the teammates for sure, but also the Enchant Totem and the Fissure. And
Teammates.
And teammates, yeah.
Now EVOS gonna go back for the Necrophist again. Didn't
Mix
really
is banned
see.
this time though.
So like,
yeah.
I mean, they could deny pick the Pugna. You could do
I was
Pugna
thinking
Necro.
I picked the Bane.
You're just you could pick the Bane. I feel like with the Bane it's actually not as good as it looked. It was just played really well. It's not
But
all that
Lotac
easy to
could just grab the Bane here and they'd probably be like really happy.
cure Necro.
Okay.
Okay. That's a bit of a different
Is this a Bane?
Pugna.
That's a
of course,
Pugna.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the El Clasico counter to Necro. I think a Pugna's available. You kind of have to take it. It's just there's no harder counter in Dota to Necro. That's a really good hero right now. Like Batrider is pretty good, but I mean that hero is pretty weak in general. Has to be a really good game for it. But Pugna is just good in general, and then when you're throwing it against a Necro, it's just so easy. Pretty good against the dragon too.
5 seconds.
Just turn on a ghost round. I'll suck you out.
He'll
Okay.
That's exactly why he's. Yeah, even ghosts can be sucked off.
Yep. Phases of it. So we haven't heard anything from Tsunami. He's just like, I don't want to be here anymore.
You didn't res my vocal cords. You just
You're talking now. Okay, res the vocal cords.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of.
Oh yeah, they're back. I feel great.
Even worse with the
I
beard,
was-
man.
I was
Really.
expecting you to like come back with like another voice because he
You
misconjured
haven't-
the spell.
You haven't decreed anything. Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's too early.
I only have so many.
You could kill yourself again. I mean, that's it's up to you.
Whoa, dude, you're calling me toxic, man.
cold
You're
as
telling him to
ice.
kill himself. Toxic Australian
I'm
players.
just giving him a nice suggestion.
Little liberal heap of salt.
Yes. Would you like some? I got extra.
Sure. Some of my stuff.
Okay, there we go.
You sound like a snake.
I didn't.
Australian snake.
It
You
was-
snake.
Yeah, Danelie, why'd you make such a weird
What is
sound?
this?
Jeez.
It wasn't me.
It's not even a
I thought you
salt
said
sound.
there aren't venomous snakes in Australia.
There
Or
are.
something like that. I don't know.
No, there are venomous.
He said
snakes.
something about snakes.
What?
I think it was something about.
Hi.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I'm not telling you anything
10
now. I'm
seconds
just not
to
going to
go.
remember. Okay, so we have
American
Weaver,
then. We don't remember anything.
Huskar, Invoker. I'm waiting for one more ban here for EVOS.
The second phase bans are always. They take so long. I feel like during the second phase bans, you're thinking about all of your other picks too.
Can I
People just draw them out for as long as possible.
ask something like off topic a bit?
Yeah, let's
You
hear it.
know, well, right from the start we see that there are 3 cameras over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So which one is the real one, and the other which one? The other two is the bogey.
that
So
one-
What do you mean they're all real cameras?
No, really? So I
You
actually-
didn't. There's a camera for you guys, right? Okay, wait. There's a camera for
I'm
you guys.
pointing at this one, so it's the leftmost one.
So that one
Yes.
is ours, right?
Yes, that one is
Okay,
ours.
Alright.
and then there's
The
2
what?
cameras for us.
This-
one camera for us.
This one in the middle is the main one. This one right now that we're looking at is the
I
right
see,
one,
I
and this is the
see.
middle one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's it.
What do you mean? You thought it was a fake camera? What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Because
Don't-
that's a lot
Wait,
of
we have
fake-
one. We
Don't
have one
forget
more
the camera for Big
We
J.
have one more
Oh
camera.
yeah, one camera.
This
for
is an
Jay.
important one. There he is.
Yeah.
Give him a round of applause.
The guy on the right, not the middle.
Oh,
Puppy
damn.
has retreated. He did a good job observing last game, and so Puppy has decided to take a little step back.
I
Alright.
asked because there's a lot of fake CC camera in Thailand.
Oh yeah.
When that's a accident happen, we're like, oh, no worries, that's a camera. It's a dummy camera. You know, just to scare the thieves away, but it actually cannot use anything.
They have a lot of those here too, actually.
Dummy
Yeah,
cameras?
like
Yeah.
anti-shoplifting cameras and
Not
stuff like
bad.
that.
None of them, at the very least, like a lot of them will clear their memory like every.
After one day.
After one
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
And it's so ridiculous.
So you don't get too much from them.
Oh, we have
Speaking of Void being banned a lot,
What
we're
was
actually
that
gonna
you
see him
said about
picked.
people who don't pick Void?
sword, man.
What did
Sorry,
you?
sorry,
Yeah, I want to
sorry.
hear it again. Can we just?
When the topic of Void came up, Cyclops, you had a word for people who don't pick it.
What's the word?
I don't want to go for it again. Cringe.
What was it? Come on.
Why?
Just say it. I decree you say it.
Pussy.
There we go.
Oh.
EVOS
now I remember.
Esports with raw confidence coming into this game too. But Lotac returning in kind with a hero who is equally unpicked in this region, it seems, with Vengeful
Ooh,
Spirit.
We have a Phoenix today. Is this
Hey, I
the
like
first
this one,
time
yeah.
we've seen Phoenix? No, second time, right?
Second.
I
Second
have
This-
been-
Phoenix.
I
This
remember a
hero's
lot of
super
eggs
big.
always exploding.
This hero's super big in NA Phoenix.
Especially with Void as well. I always get the supernova
It's
combo
really good
off.
with Void, yeah.
I
The-
noticed like the Indonesian play style, they really focus on the big, massive AOE spells. Since like team RRQ main heroes is Twin Head Dragon, so they definitely focus on the AOE spells. And here, this one.
I thought
yeah,
they
of
just want
course. symmetry.
symmetry because they've got like
the
Necro-
two dragons.
yeah, no, the 2 flyers, like two
Right.
like birds.
They need to pick like another like robed guy.
bipedal. Yeah,
I
just
have-
like a bipedal hero.
Warlock.
There you go.
Warlock.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a really nice Necro game too. Like when you first pick the Necro, you're risking the Pugna pick, and obviously if you're really relying on the Necro to win the game, you're gonna get destroyed.
Ooh, Arc
Well, what the heck is
Warden.
going on? These
But
are like all heroes
with-
that never get seen.
With all of these team fight heroes, like the Necro can just act as a scythe. Like they do all the team fighty bullshit. He just goes in and scythes somebody. He's doing his job. Now with the Arc Warden, that is a pretty hard hero to get with all this team fight stuff because you don't even fight with your hero. Like you use the summon, so it's a very good hero to play into these wombo combo heroes because like when are you ever gonna combo the Arc Warden if he's playing well?
Yeah, and it's great to deal with Faceless Void and Phoenix. You can put the bubble to boost your attack speed, allowing you to kill the Phoenix egg faster, and if you put the edge of the bubble in such a way that's a Chronosphere, Faceless Void has to run all the way into it, which may put him out of position to not miss his target.
Right. It's a little awkward.
But ideally, the way you want to play EVOS's lineup is you want a team fight 5-on-5. But with
Yes.
Arc Warden, you're always going to be in the side lanes pushing.
Yeah, I'm curious what this Arc Warden's build is going to be, though, because in my opinion, I think the Midas build has rightfully fallen off. In TI, whenever Arc Warden was getting picked up, we were not seeing very many Midases. We were seeing Maelstroms first, like Aquila's into Necronomicon occasionally, but I'm not a fan of the Midas build. I think it takes you too long to come online, and the hero is just way more capable at earlier levels than people give him credit for.
I like the Necro Midas.
I do. Well, I still don't like the Midas.
It's like
though.
it allows you to contribute
my issue with the Midas is that every single time, like, you feel obligated to use your Tempest double for the Midas, and so like sometimes a team fight will be breaking up, but you're like, I use my Tempest double because I wanted to get.
But the thing is, though, it's like it still has the cooldown with it, even with the Tempest double. So
yeah, but
if you just use it, you'll naturally get the Midas, you know, and then you use it a bunch of times in the cooldown of it.
it's still a lot of gold on a hero that, like, it's the same reason why I don't like Alchemist Midas very much, because Arc Warden inherently farms extremely fast. And
That's true.
the levels are nice for Arc Warden, much as how they're nice for Alchemist, but if you have a hero that accelerates their farm so much, you should use that on real items that do damage, and you can join in team fights far earlier, but that's my take on the hero.
The reason I like the Midas and the Necro on Arc Warden is because he has the cooldown reduction talent.
Yeah.
So even without the Tempest double, which of course would affect picking up a Midas, and does make it a lot better, but even without that, like with the cooldown reduction talent, I love Necros, I love Midases, anything that's inherently going to be broken if you have a lower cooldown on it. Yeah. But I really do like the Necro. Like I hate the Midas Rush now too. I think you're required to contribute in some way, whether it's like lane pressure.
Right.
Even if you're not fighting, you still want to pressure lanes or something like that. You need to contribute now.
Yeah.
With how Dota is played. You don't see carries just going to the jungle, and if they do, it's because it's a Terrorblade. They're sending illusions down the lane or something like that.
So
Or it's
how
been like a
you-
miserable lane and then you need to retreat.
Right.
How are we necessarily going to lane this for Lotac?
Arc Warden mid, Venge and your carry most likely, or I guess Pugna. It could be Venge Pugna, but I think they'll probably send Pugna off lane with the Shaker.
That's the classic combo,
Yeah.
the Pugna Shaker. Just really good setup for all of the Pugna nukes, and good God, when both of these heroes hit level 6,
Yeah.
there is not a single hero in Dota that cannot be killed by those two.
At this point, do you think EVOS still need a single pick-off strat to just fill up their game? Because it seems like they're just gonna go very passive in the lane, and then at some certain point, maybe like 12 minutes. All right, guys, it's time. Let's go push tower. 5.
If you pick this much team fight, I think you have to continue leaning into the team fight. If you go to pick off, like, who's gonna help your pick off hero? Necro can't really do it unless if he goes for Blink Dagger. Void doesn't want to have to blow Chrono on pick off targets. He wants to blow it on team fight targets.
My prediction is they're going to pick Invoker.
You really think so?
Quas Exhort, yeah. I hate it, but they're going to do
Invoker
it.
banned.
Oh, it's banned. Okay, never mind. They would have picked Invoker if it was available.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think they're just gonna pick some hero, some mid hero that can solo kill a support. So
Marana?
when roaming around and see someone in the NC.
Murano would be pretty good. They need
something inside the chrono, right? Like a right clicker.
I think they have enough for the Chrono, between the Phoenix, the Phoenix, the Jakiro, even the Scythe. Something to like persistently fight in this game that's not based around a cooldown.
Yes.
Like, Elena would be good.
Luna's
Templar's
banned.
Assassin. Oh, TA ban.
TA's
banned,
banned.
yeah.
TA would be good
But
too, though.
TA would be good because he's the kind of hero.
Alina's banned, by the
Ember.
way.
Oh, Lena.
Yeah, second for EVOS.
Ember.
That's a good. Ember would be pretty good. It's a little greedy. I'm not entirely sure how Ember does versus Arc Warden. It's a
What
really
they
weird
got?
matchup.
It's a Medusa.
Definitely wasn't expecting that. Speaking
No.
of greed,
They
these guys
wanted-
really commit to the friggin' late game. Good God.
No, it's not
Yeah.
even late
Yeah.
game. They really want a team fight. But Lotac, if Lotac just plays it right, they just play split push. What does
Yeah.
EVOS do? They can't afford to separate because the strength of that lineup is you always fight together. You fight together, use your team fight ultimates. You know, Lotac.
But
They're-
that
they're-
one more combo got very low % to happen.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. I mean, maybe they can split up and just send the Void and Phoenix together to get like little pickoffs, but then you can't get pickoffs with a Necro Jakir.
You
On
can't
bright
risk with your
side,
hard carry.
the Egg is unkillable because she can just stone gaze right underneath the egg and no one can look at it.
That's
That's true. I
It'll
never.
do 0 damage.
Zero damage.
But it'll be unkillable.
Yeah.
Who's a mid laner for Lotac? Is it gonna be the we have Raven playing the Arc Warden,
Yeah.
so it's a carry Arc Warden.
So
Mid,
He
Pugna
could
mid.
send
Mid
him
Pugna.
mid though. It just depends on how they like the lane matchup.
Yeah.
Do they prefer Pugna versus Dusa or Arc Warden versus Dusa?
that's true. Omni. Who would you want Omni against? You wouldn't want to
Omni against Void.
Not really, because Omni, like Void is typically considered to be a counter to Omni because you just leap the
The purification.
purification on the exact cooldown. Like it's a better cooldown
Yeah.
on the leap.
They're
so.
probably gonna dual lane off lane though. They might maybe sending the Venge out with the Omni Knight. They have really good kill potential together.
That'd be pretty. I mean,
But
like
you could
high
just-
Degen with Wave of Terror.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but I don't think that's enough persistent damage to deal with the Void. Then again, they might just sack that lane and say screw it.
I mean, they've done it for the majority of the day, right? They sort of just left Ohio to his own devices and be like, okay, we'll sack your
Kind of
lane.
do, yeah.
We'll sack your
Every
lane.
game.
but
Actually,
we
wait, he
need
picked
to-
he picked Lestrek in game 1 of this series and Omni9 in game 2 of this series.
Yeah.
The same thing he did in the earlier series.
He just gets bored and wants
Yeah.
to rotate through the heroes.
But it's just 2 heroes.
But he won on the Lestrek game and he lost in the first series, and he won on the Omni9. He's bound to lose on this one.
Yes.
I know a thing about trends. Doesn't matter if there's a 4-game sample size. You want to cast us into the game, my friend?
I'm gonna go ahead
We'll
and-
find out soon.
Are you
Okay.
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
use
go
our
ahead
power? Are you gonna hit
Cyclops,
me with
you
the
gotta
power of
contribute.
monster
I'm
energy?
gonna cast us into the game with the power of monster, maybe a little bit mix of salt and a mix of
That
sword.
How
Sword.
can I contribute? I have nothing.
Do you have what
Just
are
do
you
a battle
again?
cry. Just scream
Okay,
it.
fine.
No.
No, he
Now
needs
come
to-
on,
he
man,
can
come
chant.
on.
He needs to chant.
My I need my voice to stay on.
Okay.
Okay, let's
You
do
ready?
this.
3,
Ready?
2, 1.
Ah!
That was good.
That
That was
sounded
good.
awful, but okay.
I like the energy. You guys need to drink more monsters, man.
I finished my. I really don't want to drink
See,
another
it's
one.
the end of the day if I get that much energy, you know,
that
because
mine
monster
over there?
energy
This is
keeps
yours.
you
You
going.
didn't finish it quite
I
yet.
didn't.
No,
okay, I
no.
need to finish this.
You gotta drink
Chug,
it.
chug,
chug
chug,
a cold one
chug,
with the
chug.
boys.
No, she's not chugging. She's choking.
No, there's no point because it's not carbonated.
Doesn't matter. It's the spirit of the drink.
That
Oh,
that
okay.
sounds like a really refreshing drink that you're having.
You had it as well.
I know. I'm just
Would you
trying to hype
believe
it
that
up.
it's non-carbonated?
I really like the non-carbonated ones. You can just like go all out when
It's
you drink it.
it's scary how good that shit tastes.
tastes
Actually, it's so
amazing.
good. It's like way too good.
Exactly.
Cyclops is itching to do the team intro, so let's do it.
If coffee tasted that good, people would literally die.
Yamate on the Vengeful Spirit.
Ohio on Omni9.
We have EU on the Earthshaker.
Raven on the Arc Warden.
Trion on the Pugna.
He's playing
View
mid.
on Necrophos.
Logic might die in the top
White
lane.
Mon
BT
playing on the
dubs.
Phoenix.
Ohio might die in the top lane. BT dubs.
Glaciu on the double-headed dragon.
Illogic on Faceless Void.
Okay. And Facehugger on Medusa.
Okay, technically I like facehuggers here and the name because like if you're a Medusa, you want to hug someone's face.
But he wants everyone. Well, I guess he wants everyone to look at him, but his spell discourages everyone
He
looking
wants
at him.
his face to be hugged,
Yeah.
but nobody's gonna do it.
No.
He needs a hug me sign on his back.
So they do send Raven mid with the
That would
Arc Warden.
probably make the hero a lot better, actually.
I think this is a better matchup than the Pugna.
I think so too. It's a Arc Warden will just farm and Medusa will just farm it. I don't know which one you're more okay with farming though. This is such a
I'm
weird.
more given how the previous game went with Spectre not working out. I think that I give my edge to Lotac. I have more faith in Raven being able to do a certain amount with the farm than EVOS.
Man, that cool, low cooldown dual breaks is gonna kill on top. First level.
What items does the Earthshaker have?
He has 3 mangoes.
Okay, so he's looking to trade.
He wants to brawl. And he has Ohio, who also has 3 mangoes. So as great as these dual breaths are, there's a lot of just regen and a fissure. But no, yeah, actually speaking of
punch.
regen, there's also degen on Ohio. He took that at level 1.
And yep.
Thank you, Cyclops.
A lot of this is
Yeah.
Wave of Howl, whatever, armor reducing on Avile into the Nether Blast. 2 more attacks. 1 more attack, but he regens with the mango, I mean the tango and the salve, and now Yamate is like, where the hell did this guy get all this HP from? I was not ready for this. Yamate about to die to White Mon. He's 1 more right click from Avile. Or a
be
blind
fine.
death pulse if he's crazy. He is crazy, and he sees the skull. He saw the skull. He was like, "Oh, perfect! I'm just gonna walk forward and right click." But there was a tree in the way, and Vengeful Spirit escapes, actually opting to TP to the tower, not back to
Yes.
base.
I think it's more of just I gotta TP out of here ASAP.
And
Oh,
Ohio
that's
actually getting a kill on the top lane, but may pay for it. Illogic does not have any points in time luck, and just hit level 2, and he's tanking a bunch of creep aggro. But it's gonna be a free first blood.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how these 2 guys get the first blood just now. I haven't seen it too. But Valisu must be in a really bad positioning.
I'm gonna play Fissure block.
Just need to stand like straight to him, and you're gonna be fine.
Avila getting kind of low. Wave of Terror reduces him, and
Oh.
then bumped up damage inside the Ghost Shot of the Nether Blast. And now Whitemon thinking about going for a challenge. He has Icarus Dive, and no attack is in progress because the Fire Spirit damage. Now Avila, man to man, but the Nether Blast Edge just clips him, and down goes the Necro.
not such a good calculated by the Necrophos player comes in with the hope that he's just gonna kill with the Date Pulse, but another spell comes out from his supporters, Yamate. Playing well again on this one, and he's getting close to level 3. Once he got 3, he got level 2, then it will be hard for EVOS.
So annoying to deny this pull.
Oh, what Jagiro's doing?
Yeah, it's so annoying.
He's getting good EXP from it too.
Yeah, he knows he can get away with it because the Earthshaker is just 10% HP.
I mean, both the sports are pretty pleased about this. They both got a free full
Yeah.
entire. Oh, he's under tower aggro
what?
though.
What
He
in
just
the
barely
world?
stepped a little. Homie wasn't holding down alt. Observer, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta know your ranges. He walked a little bit too far. Earthshaker saw the tower attacking. He's like, sweet, I'm gonna fissure you now.
That was definitely personal stuff. Like he must be kind of mad with the getting blocked just now, and then he keep on going, trying to kill until like tier 2. It's unusual. But like, so you need to calm down because they can't afford any delay.
Well, he's not calming down. He's brawling with Ohio all over again on the top lane. Purification is down, but they're gonna get out. Ah, I'm sorry, Observer. I dragged you top. Avile does die down bot. This wave of terror plus Ghost Shroud buffing up this Nether Blast. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to take armor reduced right clicks, or are you going to take a bunch of more magic damage from this Pugna?
That's an interesting lane duo, actually.
Yeah.
Pugna Venge?
Doesn't seem like it has synergy, but it actually does. Against a Necro specifically, though.
You know, I keep hearing that Necro is like, oh, Necro's good in the lane against Pugna, but careful of the, mid-game. Pugna is the hardest counter.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like every time I see Pugna versus Necro in the side lane, the Pugna destroys.
Rune fight, let's go. Death Pulse spent into the magic missile. The Icarus dive is used, and there's a lot of magic damage, and they can't right click because they're so reduced by the fire spirit. They're about to get to the shrine. They clip it, but the damage is too much. Avile stares as his victory works. He has 10 stick charges, so he has really nothing to be concerned about. JK, he's toying with him. Tron, he doesn't have the stick charges anymore.
Oh no!
No!
Oh, the Nether Blast! Ah!
Oh my goodness! He still gets the kill. This guy, dude.
I thought that was a good bait. He actually miscalculated the game.
He stared death in the face and also blinked, so he dies. And a fissure block on the top lane. Ohio gets the purification damage as well. Attack speed slow on Ohio, but he just needs a few more right clicks. The slam from the Ursa actually helping out in this gank attempt. Instead, they're going to switch resources onto... Oh, blast hit. Perfect. Never mind.
You know, you said that
he has purification.
You said that they miscalculate, but it seems like they're just not calculating and just fighting no matter what.
Hey!
He has Enchant Totem available. He doesn't have the mana for it. So AU going to go down, and it doesn't even really distract Void because the creeps followed him the entire way, so he can get this creep experience also.
This game is getting crazy.
Look at this range creep. He's like, dude,
Medusa's
give me
annihilating.
some gold. Medusa is doing very well, 35 and 15.
I mean, this hero...
I have no idea what the lane matchup is.
I didn't know it was this bad.
I would assume that, so he's maxing out Flux. I would have thought that Spark Wraith may have been a bit more value because Medusa has so much range.
Maybe, yeah.
But whatever the case, that Mystic Snake is tearing Raven up. Going in on bot, Decrepify. That's not going to boost your your Death Pulse HP regen, and Tron gets yet another kill on this Necro.
He's just destroying this Necro. Nothing he can do. He's going to be 6 soon. Like, this Necro has no game if he's not the head of the Pugna when the Pugna gets 6. Pugna just follows Necro, and Necro dies.
Top lane, Ohio gets time locked by the Void. One more right click.
Oh.
One more right click, but he has purification.
Oh my god, he's so greedy! Oh my god!
But it may work. AU's coming in. He has an Enchant Totem available, but you can't kill a Lotac. He has a time lock. And 21 charges. So this is just... He's waiting for a time lock. He's like, come on, just give me a time lock. You gonna give me a time lock? Where's the time lock? There's 2 points in the... Okay, fine.
No time lock.
How did he get away from that?
Give me a time lock. You time lock again?
One
no, one more. Oh, you got. Oh.
Oh my god.
One more. The absolute madman. Oh, there's your bash. You get on and deny.
Ohio has the biggest
balls. Oh, there's
balls.
another bash.
He gets on the creeps and he doesn't get on Ohio. What is that?
Good times, good times.
This is why I don't like to play Faceless Void.
You mean RNG heroes?
Yeah. You don't play much Spirit Breaker Cyclops? Oh, there's a bash. He has Chrono now, at least. Is he going to use it? He's going to use it on the top lane. I don't know if he can kill him. I don't know if he... Oh, there's the dash.
Shakira's here.
Oh! Oh! Ah. He doesn't have a time lock to get out. 1 second cooldown, but he drops the aggro. What a pro. And he gets out. As a Netherblast takes down the bot tier 1, Necro has no lane to go to whatsoever. He has been relegated to the jungle.
Pugna just exits this lane and just runs out every tower. Probably the side lane tower, just because the Medusa's not there. Medusa's
Flux onto the mid lane, and the Tempest double Flux. It's a lot of damage, burns through all of her mana shield, and AU is going to finish him off. Raven gets the kill.
Man, they actually killed her. I did not expect that.
I'm surprised no one TP'd. Literally no one TP'd to help her.
They were just like, oh, it's just an Aqua.
How you gonna TP when you were so busy fighting with an Earthshaker on top? Well, I sue.
Earthshaker was mid, I believe. Am I crazy? Ohio dueling with a Logic.
Power treads on me. It's very tanky.
Oh, the fissure from long range and the magic missile. Ohio gets the purification for the kill. Tread swaps for it. That's the efficiency play right there. Oh, there's a bash. No Chrono for a minute. And Medusa wants to face hug some people, but she does not have Stone Gaze yet. Level 8 has not opted to level it yet.
They just have to fight around his faces more, and they can't do anything until his cooldown on the Chronosphere is ready. There's no like a micro disable spell for them to use in the early game team fight. This is getting hard for Team EVOS. They just have to fight around some player or just stay defense all the time until they get around like 15 minutes. Everyone is ready, get them core item, and then just start the fight.
I don't know if they're going to get that luxury. Now Pugna's knocking down on the mid tower. Wants to claim it. Raven, maxed out Flux, can do so much damage. Everyone has to stay so far back. And Ohio actually dies. Somehow I'm not too surprised in the top lane.
If they win this game, I really want to ask him what his mentality in the laning phase is, because it seems like his mentality is, if I die for getting
Logic,
for last hits, I don't care.
He's going to die to the fissure, and Jakiro may follow up as well. The Spark Wraith is coming in, going to slow down Vlysu, and a Flux on top of it. Who are you going to give the kill to? Give it to the Raven. Everyone walk away. Cool guys don't look at double damage Arc Wardens.
So much damage.
Getting worse and worse, and that's the first 10 kill goes to Team Lotac. They just have to be patient. That's all they can do. They draft this way, play this way.
Freaking Avile can't even lane against an Omni Knight. He's terrified. This Necrophos has nowhere to go. At least he can get a nice stacked up small camp.
I have to be honest though, teams in C have just not been favoring stacking at all. How about NA? Is it like, compared to NA, like how's the stacking situation?
I think like the only stacking that we're seeing in NA is when there's stand-ins and they can't do anything else useful, so they just make them go stack. That's about it.
Oh yeah, no, I remember watching a game where Demon was doing a lot of stacking.
Right. There's a lot of that.
I mean, support these days are so busy helping in lanes, really.
Yeah.
If you leave the lane, your core will be punished so hard. So most of them, as you can see, the mid lane got ganked, they can't even just teleport down to help.
Yeah.
Right. That's why it's like if they're gonna be useless anyway, because they're standing. That's when you
My
send them to go. All right, dude, go stack, buddy. We'll just solo this.
Bot lane Ohio is beast moding on Avile. I can't believe this Necro is so paralyzed this game.
It's a rough life for Necro, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you risk when you first phase pick the Necro.
Dude, and even as the game progresses, like he's gonna have to worry about all of his targets getting scythed. That's just gonna get repelled by Omni Knight.
Not an easy Necro game for sure.
He may even have to resort to just being, he just doesn't scythe people until he sees like all
He's at 10
of
HP. I think I
Ohio's,
can
like,
do it.
Steal a kill, steal every kill.
Even just use it for a disable, you know. I don't think he can use it reliably for a kill
Even if he
anymore.
uses it for disable, you've got to worry about swap. What was getting people out of trouble?
man,
and
the
Yamata has amazing
Open
positioning.
AI uses it as a disable, so that's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
They also use Culling Blade for the damage, not
That's
the
true.
last
They also
hit, so
assassinate jungle creeps.
there's something to it, man.
I mean, they've played billions of games. What do we know? Vlysu. He's taking advantage of this ward vision, but it's going to get countered. JK, he's just going to get light trained into the fissure. It's a Echo Slam straight onto a Logic. He doesn't want to have to blow the Chrono again for a solo Earthshaker. Supernova explodes in the back. Yamate, it doesn't even need to swap to save the Shaker. Logic says, I'm going to hold on to my cooldown instead.
Yamate is getting used to his role. You know, he's has been role swap all the time. in the past like 1 or 2 years. Started from position 1 into and it's getting lower and lower, becoming some offlaner. And now I think he has been playing support for a while, but right now I think he's ready to play in the top tier of Southeast Asia.
Oh, the Icarus dive into the Chronosphere. Lotac's like, who the hell do I go on? I guess I'll do Raven. But he's getting life drained defensively by Chuan, who's time dilated, but the Faceless Void actually ends up dying. The heal from the Sunray is not enough. Lysu is fluxed up. Sparkwraith going to fly to him. He wands up, but he's going to die anyway. Phoenix is like, screw it, I'm going to try to deny this tier 1 tower. Sticks around maybe a little bit too long, but they're not going to commit any further, as Jakiro did put down a Macropyre right before he died. Facehugger looking for some damage on Raven, but Decrepified slowed, and Mask of Madness is going to be completed.
Those are some damn nice saves from the Venge and the Pugna.
The coordination was super off though for EVOS.
Yeah, I mean, there was no Supernova available, speaking of which Phoenix does get hit. Yamate...
They could have thrown the laser inside though.
Yeah, that's true, they could have.
So they were missing out on a lot of extra damage.
Yeah, that Decrepified by Pugna, like, no wonder, like, Void was like, you guys have any magic damage? I don't have any magic damage.
I get it, though. Like, when you see the Archon, you get so excited to kill him. It's like, it's the real one, get him, get him, get him. They just see you all just use your shit at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, in most circumstances, it's okay for you to all rush in, but you got to Void.
Yeah.
So.
It's always awkward with Void.
Yeah.
Running out of control already for Q and moving very fast. 400 movement speed without that tranquil boot, and it's so easy.
Oh, they
to
see
catch
Void.
anyone.
Disable that man. Oh, AU hesitated for a second. They're trying to get this thing, and they will successfully kill the egg. Scythe comes in to finish off Chuan. That's a 6x kill streak and a bunch of regen going to Avile. AU is going to peace out. Does not have Echo Slam for another 25 seconds. And a Mystic Snake is not going to do enough damage. Sparkwraith is going to slow down the Void. He's going to walk back. Oh, the Enchant Totem. Oh, he's running. He's got a time walk in 1 more second. Can you dodge this AU?
Walk to the left.
Oh, he's doing. Oh, but the read.
Tried.
Actually, there's a ward that sees the entire
yeah.
thing.
Oh, okay.
The read.
That would have been a nice juke if there's no.
Yeah.
If there's no ward vision. Maybe even just dip into the trees and TP.
No, I think the Medusa would have actually spotted them out. They were coming in from the other side.
I was thinking like just TP. If he just goes into the trees.
Yeah, if he had a Quelling Blade, that would have been sick.
There's a little thing. It's not a path, but there's like a little nook that you can get in.
Ohio drops his Quelling Blade right in front of a Jakiro to finish off his Yule Scepter right in the secret shop, so no backpack penalty. And he's going to pick a fight. He has Repel and Guardian Angel if he needs
1v3.
He has Repel and Guardian Angel if he needs it. He has Repel and... Oh, the swap!
Oh. I mean, he deserves
Echo
to die
Slam
there.
right onto 3, but no stun from the Aftershock, so Illogic gets a full Chronosphere. AU gets disabled for a little bit. It's just the illusion. Yeah, he's going to get away.
No, I don't like that play. You know, I know that he could have landed a heal or a Guardian's Angel much earlier than that.
Yeah.
His teammate is coming in. Just go for the Guardian's Angel.
He had Yule's Guardian Angel and Repel, and he didn't use any of them.
He was being very, very aggressive. Very
in fact,
greedy.
that last auto attack after the swap, I think he could have Yule's himself.
It's all about, you know, displaying that you're more manly than the other.
Yes. It's a mind game. If you control that play, that's somebody coming soon, and the other team would be like, hey, just let him go.
He sees 3. I saw him start running. And he's like, this is fine. He turns around and starts hitting them. It's like, dude, that's not fine. That didn't look fine at all. It looked very scary.
Well, Arc Warden opted for the Midas first build, FYI.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but he's getting the Maelstrom now. 17 minutes. I guess things could have been worse, but you're against a Medusa. Do you really think you can go late against her? Yamate attempts to block some Ancients, but just gets split-shotted by Medusa and walks away.
Faceless Void Vlads.
First, oh wow. That is... Dude, if this Medusa doesn't carry, then there's going to be a lot of anger directed her way, because you don't go for this item unless you're like, yeah, it's all good.
So many pings are going to be on this Medusa at the end of the game.
Oh, they find a Raven Tempest double, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh my god, the Tempest double might actually kill Lysu.
I feel sorry for the Jakiro. He's been on the receiving end of a lot of this pain.
Big movement up top on this Medusa, but Phoenix is here to save the day. Supernova blown. Ohio and Yamate are going to back off. A Shrine TP by Necro. Is he going to go for the Scythe? No, the Fissure to cancel it. Avile has a 4-step if he wants to do it, but he knows he can't get the kill with the Scythe alone. And Ohio wants to fight this. This dude is crazy. Avile had Scythe. He didn't do it because he was like, "There's no way this Omni is this stupid."
There's no way this is the real Omni. It's probably an illusion. And then I was like, wait, it's real, guys. What is this?
Another TP coming to the shrine. I can't believe Radiant wants to fight the Stone Gaze. Facehugger is going to die to a Spark Wraith. Tempest double finishes him off. Another Spark Wraith to cut off Lysu's exit path. Necro taking a lot of damage underneath his Decrepify. Enchant Totem into the right click. Down goes the Necro and the Jakiro.
Oh no. This is when Team EVOS was supposed to win the team fight. It's almost 20 minutes in the game. If they are not winning now, then when?
They were all sort of spread out as well. I mean, the Medusa was by herself.
They only really win it if Chronos Seer is used, and Illogic was in the bot lane the entire time. His TP was down for some reason, so he couldn't join in.
Down there.
Yeah, it's on cooldown.
Yeah, that means that they are not ready to go in a 5v5 when they're supposed to.
Well, yeah, 5v5, yeah. 4v5.
Now, mind you, that T2 towers are still up, so the game's not technically over. At this point, Lotac is still on a timer. So it's not too bad for EVOS. They still have a chance. They're just going to make sure these next upcoming fights are successful. And farm up their Void. He's their primary damage dealer until the Medusa starts to really come online.
Vlad's Yasha.
Yeah, I don't know. This is weird.
Carry Void.
I mean, like, he even had the
6K.
Morbid Mask. He had the option to go for the Mask of Madness. It's like, nah, you go Vlad's.
You lose damage when you build.
You do lose. I
Vlad's.
saw that. I didn't know that was the case, but that's pretty amusing.
It's gone.
What's gone?
So Morbid Mask
the
gives
damage
you
from Morbid Mask.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but it's not incorporated into Vlad's for some reason.
It's like, oh, that 15% damage.
It
That's
is incorporated
Oh
into
no,
Mask of
while
Madness.
you are talking, look at that. Blinking Echo Slam and Medusa Launch just like that.
Goodbye, face
With a full mana.
They're still fighting.
Wait.
They want that bounty rune. But Raven's Tempest will
Oh,
die.
the Phoenix gonna be careful. Oh, White Moon.
It's 180 gold. About as much as a bounty rune, but just for one person.
Once again, the time management is not looking so well for EVOS. So grouping up, trying to kill one, and now just straight with the tier 2 tower. Sometimes when we see the game, we see, oh, another team got more kills and the game looking good, but
Oh, initiation by AU. He misses the enchantment, but he gets the fissure block. Life drain. This Jakiro has nothing going for him, and Xion finishes him off with that Aether Lens range.
Yeah, the mysterious net worth ahead can be explained with all these micro time management.
Oh, they're
They see
converging
the
on Void. Slick ward placement into the flux damage. Fizzer to continue the chain disable, and no time walks were had that day.
Oh, the
Decrepify on the
Medusa.
Medusa, trying to dodge the Spark Wraith. Makes a way through the mid lane, but the tower has gone down.
Swap on Medusa?
Yeah, you're damn right. Supernova super defensively, and everyone's just going to run away.
It's a rough life when you're just supernovaing to save your Medusa from instant death.
Yes, the zoning one.
Zoning Supernova, that's right.
We don't actually do that.
No.
It works. I mean, in that situation, the Medusa was saved.
Yeah.
It
Now
works.
now you can't fight
Once
for 2
every
minutes,
minute and a
though.
half. And the last outer tower looking to get sieged. Pugna is chilling in the mid lane, looking for someone to life drain, but
Yeah, I mean, the base farm, this guy, Ohio, almost gets his Radiant up. This is so much different from the first series that they played today.
yeah.
It was such a bad lane, Ohio. But this one, free life. American dream.
I mean, even against the Void, he was doing very well. Just playing so ballsy. It's almost like if you pick Omni and you don't play it like this, it's not worth it.
They still got Chrono available if they want to use it.
If they can use it. So far, I'm at, if Earthshaker had Echo up, they would have gone on that in a moment's notice, but 7 seconds cooldown. And I'm surprised that EVOS is even thinking about defending this tier 2.
Use Scepter to be safe and regen mana. Straight to the Radiance for the damage. Makes sense. It is such a hate game for Team Lotac.
Yeah, Yules is also very useful against Void in his Chronosphere.
Indeed.
Waste his time. So, props to Ohio. Both games itemizing very, very well. It was that Pipe Vanguard in game 1.
Completely different items,
Yules
too.
Radiance, yeah.
Treads as well. He's like going for different boots.
Yeah.
I feel like on a lot of heroes.
Oh, Echo Slam straight onto the void. Where's your chrono, bro?
God, he just died there.
This is the third time already that the Earthshaker was in the right place and the right time.
Oh, the supports.
It's all this vision by the Vengeful
Oh,
Spirit.
support.
Fissure. Yeah, he still has Icarus Dive. No enchant on him. He tried to cut off the Icarus Dive. It would have been slick. Ohio going man mode. No amount of Sunray is going to heal Jakiro that fast with a Radiance on the Omni Knight.
And the plus 90 damage.
Becoming a one-sided game already.
Is the plus damage level 15? Isn't it 20?
No,
I
it's 15.
saw just now it's 15.
Yeah, he
Wait, he
skipped
gets
out.
90 damage at 15?
True facts.
Yep.
Jesus. That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Wasn't it 100 before, too?
They nerfed it, yeah, because
Yeah.
it was kind of broken back then.
But now it's
100
balanced.
90. That's perfectly fine.
I mean, no one's really been picking Omni Knight, so
It's
clearly
true,
the
it's true. I
balance
mean, he's
is
not a
there.
good hero, but that's so much damage at 15. I feel like if that was on any other hero, they'd be so good.
Radiance on the way to a hard task. Even ballsy than before.
Omni's the real carry, man.
Oh, the blink out! This man is playing with too much packet loss. Illogic does not get the Chronosphere before the blink out successfully by the Shaker.
The struggle is real for EVOS. I could feel it from over here. I mean, there's no chrono now, and Roche is down to half HP.
Yeah.
Damn,
like-
that's the real Arc Ward. He's got to be real
Swap
careful.
up. In comes the Fissure to stun 3 targets. Facehugger has no more mana. Guardian Angel is spent. Down goes the Medusa. Successfully Stone Gaze. Phoenix is going to die inside of his Supernova. 3 heroes are dead for EVOS. 0 are dead on the side of Lotac. Illogic waiting to go to the other side of the river. Meanwhile, top Necro is 1v1ing versus Shion, who does not have life drain yet, but it doesn't matter as Avile will die to the combination of the Arc Warden and the
She was
Pugna.
just trying to humiliate him, slowing down the kills like that. Yeah. And it's just hard, you know. It started from the hero, the draft. The conditions to winning a fight is too many for Team EVOS. They have to have like 5 of them need to be stick together, and also the cooldown needs to be of the ultimate needs to be ready. The timing, how they chain their spells needs to be good as well. So it's quite hard to play. I think that hero is very hard to play.
Yeah, in this game, like even, I don't know, his build isn't helping him at all. And I see why you would put your money on the Medusa being able to carry you, but it didn't work with the Spectre in Game 1, so it seems a bit short-sighted to think that it would help you in Game 2.
I mean, they don't really have a tempo controller in this game. Like, there's no one there that's
Yeah, but Void could have
threatening
been it.
enough. I mean,
It would either be Void or Necro, but they'd have to both, like,
think
one of them would have
Phoenix-
to be snowballing.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like, they need someone to snowball to be that threat, so Lotac doesn't just go in and get free kills. You need someone that's threatening enough so that they need to double check everything to make sure that's safe. If they see that hero, then they, again, make another double take. Can we take this out?
Someone
Yeah.
needs to at least build for that probability, though. Like, they still have
They're not
it's
building like that, right?
They're not. It's so like a Chrono Pulse Scythe can kill anyone in theory, but neither of them have built like any sort of initiation or any sort of damage to be able to follow up on that kind of initiation if they do find it. So I don't know. It's all in on the Medusa, and
I
you
think-
know, still have top tier 3s.
I get the I mean, it's a Vlad, so I'm not a huge fan
Smoke
of Vlads in
up
general.
initiation. They get the Fissure aftershock damage onto the Necro. This man is not going to be able to cast anything with the Purification, finishing him off. Supernova right off the bat, but they're going to right-click it with the Repel. Chronosphere discourages it, but Illogic is still taking a ton of damage from this Flux. He's very slow right now. Nothing happens in the Chrono
the
other than
Yule.
saving the egg. Yules cuts off the Icarus dive. Whitemon goes down to the Omni Knight, plus 90 damage. Flux is coming on the Medusa. She Manta styles it off, but she has no more mana as an Echo Slam comes in, as well as an Enchant Totem. AU tanks the tower, gets the kill. Jakiro buys back after dying, and Faceless Void will also die. And
Just
another
have to give
buyback
the
from
credit
Phoenix.
to Team Lotac, like every single one of them playing so synced in together, and yeah, they play well, especially that Earthshaker and Ohio.
Yules onto the Medusa. This is her buyback. Chuan wants the life drain, but he doesn't have the cooldown available right now. And an Ice Path stuns out too.
Void is no Chronos, he's not even buying back.
Yeah. And the Raven's Tempest Double is soloing the Shakiro, who might actually get the kill. Sunray does not heal enough.
My God.
And I don't even think they get the bounty on the Tempest Double. They'll swap on the Medusa, the Guardian Angel, to make sure nothing's going to happen. And good
That's
game
GG.
is called. 28-minute GG. Lotac looking strong in this series.
I didn't expect to be this bad. Really. I mean, the skill levels of these two teams are pretty close, but it just comes down to the tactic. It's the strat.
I don't
draft.
think their skill level is that close. I think there is like a significant gap between Lotac and
I'm
EVOS.
inclined to agree with that. It seems like I think all of the stuff that we were saying about the draft is correct, but every single time there was a fight, there was no egg, there was no chrono, because there was no void. Like, all of these spells weren't able to be used in a single team fight together because they were constantly getting picked off.
Well, they weren't being able to use offensively in a single team.
Right,
fight.
exactly.
We saw Supernovas defensively. We
Right,
saw
precisely.
Chronospheres defensively.
Like, there was a lot of times where there was these things forced. And obviously, especially when you're at a disadvantage, you want to go into a fight, use all of these things together, just like Wombo Combo. The issue was that Lotac was constantly on the aggressive, just like in the first game. It just seems like their playstyle is constantly looking for plays. We saw like the Venge playing completely on her own, puts a ward down, scouts the Void, pings it out, and then they all prepare to go and pick off the Void, you know? Like, they're really good at finding the pickoffs. So it doesn't even matter that they were against clearly far superior team fight, because they didn't have EVOS didn't have a chance to actually take a fight the way that they wanted, because they were constantly defending themselves. And then they get to a point where they're at such a disadvantage that who even cares about the draft? It doesn't matter. You have this item gap, and you can't win unless you play perfectly.
Got the stats here as well. I mean,
I think
Let's
they
see
have to improve. They have.
I mean, the stats say everything, to be honest.
You can scroll on right. We can see the Sentry Wards purchase. Just going to say that Lotac purchased more Sentry Wards.
22.
Oh,
You know.
I think if he had 3 more, those fights would probably.
I
go a
think
little
so.
better.
Yeah, there was 17 on the Phoenix, so.
19.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh,
flame
19. Sorry,
the
19.
the low-tech supports for. There's one Observer Ward that should have been purchased that wasn't.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to go ahead and throw some flame at the side of EVOS, too, because Medusa purchased a ward. That is a rage buy of a ward, if I've ever seen one. Why is my
No
mid
one's
lane
protecting me
not warded?
mid. I don't know where these spark rates are coming from. Shaker just ganked me.
Yeah, that's a Raven even bought one, too. So lots of rage going on in this game. Let's go ahead and flame Earthshaker. Not a single support item purchased
AU.
except for a smoke.
And you probably use that smoke selfishly to like get back to the fountain faster or something like that.
That is for sure a report. I don't care if you win. You can win the whole King's Cup. You're getting reported for sure for that.
By
They know
Jenkins.
supports.
Just by Jenkins.
Like, I'm definitely gonna log onto my Steam account and I'm reporting you.
Yeah,
Well-
unfortunately for you, he's a pro, so apparently reports don't
What's
work
with all
on
this
pros.
pro shade? You're throwing all this shade at me.
Well, the
God
thing is,
damn.
if people report you, you actually go to low priority because you don't have that
Let me
little
tell you,
safety bubble.
I haven't gotten low priority before.
Ever?
Not a single time.
Wow.
I call BS.
I get commends, man. I hype people up. I get.
If only they could hear you and what you're saying in real life, I don't think they'll give you those commends
Oh, come
anymore.
on. I don't. You say that over my mic. Everybody does that. It's like, oh, this guy sucks, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
You
it.
gotta take it out all on your stream. Your
Like-
stream
You
knows
mean
what's
on
going
the
on.
monitor? That's why monitors break at the end of the
Yeah.
day. They
Yeah.
can't take it anymore.
Like, for example, like I shit talk you and stuff all the time, but I wouldn't do it to your face.
No,
Like,
Yeah.
of course not,
Like,
Jenkins,
behind
you
your back.
goddamn idiot. Speaking of which, someone needs to die,
Because
and
that's
it's going to be
execution
decided
time.
by you. We have a thing here at King's Cup in which we guillotine the LVP, the least valuable player on this court, and it's voted by the subs. So if you want to subscribe to twitch.tv/Beyond the
Don't
Summit,
point that one on me. I already got executed yesterday.
Not
no.
you.
Oh, okay.
Cyclops is going to get
Cyclops gonna
executed
execute
every
it
time.
again.
I'm 100% sure of it.
so do we have that prepared yet, production? Or are we mulling it over still? Are we polling? Are we getting what the audience
takes a while
thinks?
because the court of Kings has to actually group up and collaborate
Also-
and figure out.
Yeah, they do have to do that. And apparently, if the Court of the Kings decide on the king, apparently I was supposed to die yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm the king, so I wasn't allowed to die. Blaze stepped in his admin ways, and he was like, "You fools, the king can't get
Damn,
killed."
you're safe.
So Danelie is safe, so don't vote for
Yes!
Danelie.
Don't vote for me. You'll be wasting your votes. Gotta change them now.
But I was a bit taken aback by that. I was like,
I'm surprised. Actually, that means you might
surprised.
die today.
It may happen. I wouldn't be like, people have been aching to see my head on that stake.
It is the most beautiful head, so. It's Tsunami! All right.
You really are dying today. You can wear the hat while you die too.
Well,
Nice one.
At least you'll die in style.
Yeah.
Cyclopzz.
You know what would be the ultimate guillotine?
What?
Guillotine the beard off.
I'll see you soon.
That would be too brutal.
Exactly.
That's not safe for work. That's not safe for life. We can't take the beard off.
Hey.
Why are you bowing to me? I didn't do anything.
You're
oh,
you're
really?
issuing the decree.
Am I? Oh, I didn't know. No, I don't remember. Okay, do I guillotine you? I'm kidding.
Do it right now.
Okay.
Was a
I
pleasure.
bless your death.
See ya, man.
That's all he gets, Suna.
All right. Well, we'll miss you anyway.
Why he had to hide his mouth?
Because he's scared they're going to guillotine the beard off.
Well, the beard comes off with the head, I'm pretty sure.
Does it? Can someone help put the hat back on?
wait, I can put it on the outside.
There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Any
Alright.
final words before we cut your head off?
They give me the final words.
We need. Can you?
Okay.
Can you
Goodbye to J-Fly 308, Fists of Heaven,
so slow.
Well
You
Crows,
should say it as slow as possible.
FY12A4CV1A1EXV.
Oh my
What is this? My Republic Malay J1. Oh, Jigs with the third. Jigs off the third. I hate you all.
I love that last name.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
King.
Is it is it time to execute? Okay. I decree Tsunami executed.
Nah.
Shout out to Monster Energy for sponsoring this tournament. Lords Mobile, don't forget to use the promo code Kings Cup, and you can get $100. And I die thanks to that. And Sennheiser as well for sponsoring this. When I was alive, I heard a lot of good things about them, and I also heard a lot of good things using them. We'll see you all tomorrow for day 3 of Southeast Asia Kings Cup.